What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Schrishzen Thoughts, where I talk about stuff and things, and today we are going to talk about worrying. So for starters, shout out to my subscribers, shout out to anybody new coming across this channel. Comments and feedback are always welcome, and if you like what you hear, feel free to subscribe. Shout out to Deconverted Man, shout out to Brittany, shout out to my coworker Steph for hopping on board. Appreciate you guys, appreciate the subscriptions, and I hope you enjoy the content. Steph, I think you hopped on board a long time ago. It doesn't tell me about it, everybody, so. Quarantine started. And we're like, all right, can't go to the gym. What am I going to do? Exercise from home. Fine to me. I was like, I have two programs. I'm on it. Boom, boom. My boy hit me up. He's like, yo, let's hop on the body weight. Let's hop on kettlebell right after. And I was like, cool, cool. So we did both of those. There was a week off in between, but in that week, still did some regular basic stuff. And then coming to the end of the kettlebell series, which was leading right up to July, I was set to end. I set it up to end at the end of June, so that I was like, I will flow right into something else and just keep this going. But I was like, what am I gonna do? I didn't have. Like, obviously, you couldn't go to the gym. I'm not going to purchase the stuff to try and build at home because I don't really have the space here to do that. So I was like, maybe Animal Flow. It's like I could hop into Animal Flow and try and do that, but I was like, I don't know if I really have the space to do that, and I don't know if feel comfortable doing it outside. So I was like, you know what? I've been putting off yoga for years. I did yoga within the honor programs that I do, but so that was twice a week during the 6-week programs. So getting a little bit in there was great because it primed me for really getting into it. But prior to that, prior to doing on it at all, I purchased a yoga block like maybe 8 years ago. Yoga block and a yoga mat. Did it once. Put the DVD away, but I have a DVD. The fact that it's a DVD in general for yoga tells you how long ago I most likely got it. But I grabbed that, tried it once. I was like, this junk's hard. I'm not flexible. I don't have time for this. And I've never gone back to doing it consistently aside from when I'm doing on it. Outside of on it, I've done it maybe no times. So when the kettlebell program was coming to an end, I'm like, let's just do yoga. Let's flow right into it. I said first 2 months, and then I'm like, no, I really want to like get into it and like see what it's about. So I'm going for 3. And I'm now at 90. Today I think is day 94 of yoga every day. Something, whether it's 10-minute flow of a sort or 45 minutes, doesn't matter, just something in every day. And it led me to realize that all the years that I wasn't doing it, I was worried that I wasn't going to be able to pull it off. I'm not worried when it comes to physical stuff like something similar to Animal Flow, because I'm like, I know that you need to be mobile and flexible for that, but it's workout things. It's it's you're more closely related to your standard exercise. To me, it was more closely now related to what I've done on it. So I'm like, I can handle this. I can do that. I know I can do that. I've done that before. But yoga, to me, I'm like, this is a stretching challenge. I'm not used to doing that. This is not the type of thing. Even with doing it in on it, I was like, I've learned with on it that it was way more exercise mixed in than I thought and knew. So either way, I was like, this is something that challenged me in a different way. And I was worried that I wasn't going to be able to adjust to it. And then I would give in and give up on it because it's not the same type of challenge that I was used to. So it was all these years being worried that I wasn't going to be able to get through, like getting going. After my first experience of trying it, I was like, this junk's hard. I'm not up for that. I want stuff that's going to get me bulky and bigger. And then it took until, like I said, on it to learn about what it was like to take care of your body in a different way. So I had worried that I wasn't going to be able to accomplish it. I worried that I wasn't going to be able to pull it off and get it done. I worried that my body was not going to adjust to that. So I didn't do it. Lived in pain all of these years because I was worried that I was not going to be able to adjust to something that you do every day and your body just naturally adjusts to. The same way that it is with working out regularly. But allowing that worry to stay at the forefront of my starting the practice, me starting doing yoga practice, I was worried that I was not going to be able to pull it off. And because of that, I lived in physical pain. My hips, my knees, my shoulders, ankles, even a little bit sometimes. All of these things ached all the time, like in some way, shape, or form. Sitting down for a long period of time, my hips would hurt, lower back would hurt, things like that. About 2 weeks into doing yoga, almost all of my general regular pains vanished. It used to be a pain to sit down onto the floor to get up. Vanished. I can easily now, and it's something that I'm conscious of now every time I do it because it's still like, wow, I still don't feel pain. So it's still kind of amazing in that way. But it's something that it's a noticeable change that can't be ignored. And it's not like I can attribute it to anything else because this is all I've been doing for the past 3 months is yoga. One day, I think in between, I still did a yoga flow when I got home. But one day I worked out with friends. But I still did yoga flow that night. And then one day recently, I did a yoga-esque workout flow with my mother-in-law. But aside from that, it's a change that I know is attributed to doing yoga. There's no pain when I'm getting in and out of the car. There's no pain when I'm sitting down for long periods of time. I mean, you get a little general just from being in the position, but I can sit down to meditate for a decent amount of time now before pain starts to settle in, where before, almost instantly, I'd feel it. So it's like, damn, all those years that I sat back worrying that I would not be able to do this, which I'm also now learning that I've learned, like, I can do these things. You know your limits. You learn your limits. You build this connection with your own self that you didn't have before. And to me, that you can get from the general type of exercising. I think you can still get it that way. But with yoga, it's a purpose into the practice thing. You are there to connect with yourself. You are there to build a better union of movement and breath together. So this to me plays out into my regular life where I pay attention to these areas that I'm like, I was in pain doing this before and I am not now. I can move in a particular way that I could not move before without it being painful, or with pain taking longer to start to set in as opposed to prior. Meditation increase that I got from it. Meditation is a practice that I do not overly consistently, but I can hop on board for a while and then hop off. This has turned into, mixed with sometimes sitting meditation. This has been a daily form of meditation now, because during the time that you're doing your yoga, you have to be focused on being present to get the cues, to get the cues for the move changes, the cues for adjustments within the poses, within the postures that you're holding to make it more effective and make it more beneficial to you. You have to be focused to breathe controlled in a controlled form. So it's a practice that is active form of meditation. And because of worry, I held myself back from this. I held myself back from this benefit. So think about that sometimes when you are hesitant on beginning something because you are worried. I understand. I've been there. I've obviously, here's an evidence of it. So I get it. But try and look past it. There may be benefits that are, or I'd say move past it, considering that there may be benefits that you don't see coming. I didn't really see the pain uh, because I had been doing yoga and on it. I didn't see the hip pain that I would get from sitting down going away. I was like, I do yoga already. It doesn't go away. It's better, but it didn't go away. So I didn't expect that it was going to go away. So when it did, I was like, this has to be because of yoga. Oh man, I haven't been able to stay consistent enough with meditating after I finished the Waking Up Now course, went 50 straight days and then stopped. Now I'm at 90. Without even trying. That wasn't the plan. That wasn't part of my purpose going into it. But pushing past the worry was the first thing that I had to do. Hope you enjoyed. Again, comment, like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon. Not only consistent so you get notifications when I do upload. Hope you have a good one. Peace.